All right, yo, what's good, no cap? What's good? All right, so, yeah, we have the was Peter nerfed thing. I don't think that Peter was nerfed. I truly don't think Peter was nerfed. I don't think Peter was nerfed at all. Yo, Bully Lowenthal. I haven't seen your head in like a minute. I forgot. Welcome to the stream, though. For real? I don't think Peter was nerfed at all. There's a lot of reasons as to why. Because based on all the stuff that I've seen, I don't think that he was nerfed. And I truly am gonna stand by this statement. But I mean, if you Bully, if you want like, if you're down, hold up. I have my freaking. If you're down, like, people are so fixated on him being pinned down. Yeah, his enemy was the Freege. Yeah, that Freege. Being pinned by the Freege, even though in the first team he was pinned under the terminals by Mr. Negative for longer, and he was also fatigued. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. People don't understand that he was fatigued. Oh, and on top of that, we're also going to be touching on the whole entire was he nerfed to make Miles look like the better Spider? I don't think that is also the thing either. There's also the fact that this is a berserker form of Venom that Peter was fighting, and on top of that, one more thing is that Venom knows that Harry doesn't want to hurt Peter. But like, Bully, if you want, like, we can. But Bully, if you want, like, we can go over, like, if you want, like, I'm not trying to say that. I'm not trying to like ask or anything, but like, if you want, you can join Discord if you want. Like, we can actually go over it if you want. Like, I'll give you my Discord and probably like you and me can go over it. But like, that is if like you're down. But we're gonna actually check out a lot of the scenes today to see what people are talking about. Because there's like a whole bunch of scenes where everybody's complaining about it, even the cinematic scenes. But yes, that is true. Peter was also very fatigued. Let's skip. Okay, we're gonna have to go here because like I really want to know. Like, okay. So people are saying that this part right here, they nerfed Peter because of this part because he got hit with a giant hand. I don't see how this is possible. You can't block a giant hand. Oh man, that is all you need to find it. How do you expect Peter to block a giant hand? Is my question.
Marco, why today? I'm so getting fired.
I'm playing through all of these just for the fact that oh my god, this has no music. This is boring. Let's go to the main one that everybody's trying to freaking talk about. It's literally the Sandman fight.
Oh crap.
This is like the main one that gets a lot of criticism, or the main one that gets a lot of criticism is how do you expect Peter to block a giant hand? He was in the air. Like, how do you expect Peter to block a giant hand?
You should try yoga.
Like, how do you expect Peter to block a giant hand? For one, he was already in midair. Two, and this is probably just the main one that everybody's talking about. How come Peter got shocked by lightning and got downed? Which is literally explained. Hold up. Peter can take lightning. Peter takes lightning. He literally took Electro's lightning in the first game. So if anybody's gonna say that he's nerfed, then explain to me how he was able to fight the whole entire Sinister Six with 14 broken bones. Does this also technically also mean that he was also nerfed? Does that also technically mean that he was nerfed? Because if we go back to... Because if we go back to this, does this technically also mean that he was nerfed? Let's go to the Sinister Six fight. Because y'all still got beat by Ock too. Does it also technically count as a nerf?
Surprise. What is he talking about?
Like, does this also count as one? Like, please tell me, does this part also count as a nerf? Due to the fact that he was getting beaten by the Sinister Six, does that count too? Because if that's the case, then okay, right here. Does this count too?
Remember, he said not to kill him. Good idea.
And see, look, listen to that too. They have orders not to kill him from Ock. Ock doesn't want to kill Peter. Didn't say anything about hurting him. So, is this a nerf?
In fact, we don't have to do this at all if you don't want to.
We definitely want.
Is this a nerf if he knows that his spider sense was already going nuts? Is that a nerf? Not really, exactly. So by default, is this a nerf here too? Oh, and by the way, don't even get me started on the Doc Ock stuff. Was this also a nerf? Because he literally just got done fighting Mr. Negative and he was fully fatigued. Was that also a nerf? Because, like, I'm lost. I'm not seeing a nerf. Oh, wait, another one. No one didn't even bring this up. Does a Sable fight count too?
Why are you so heavy?
Because Sable is skilled. Does this count?
You harass my men, destroy my equipment, and cost my client millions.
Does that also count? Because if you guys are saying nerf, then what's the point of saying, what's the point of being nerfed if he's done all this in the first game. Still the same Celic, and this is the Celic, and this is the Spider-Man from PS4 going into PS5.
Osborn needs to pay.
I know. But this is the wrong way, Martin.
Does Peter getting grabbed and beaten by Ock here also a nerf as well? Like, I'm just confused. I'm pretty sure that this doesn't count as a nerf. This is just called a cutscene.
Useless.
Does that also count? There's really a plethora of moments in this game where nobody's not calling him out. And on top of that, y'all are acting like Peter is Kratos. No beers we got about exactly. So where's this whole idea of a nerf coming from? And on top of that, if you guys are saying that Kraven did Peter in a cheap way, does this also count too? Because Ock did Peter in the exact same way. See, look. Nobody's not talking about that. People are out of nowhere making Peter to seem like he's supposed to be Kratos. Now fast forward. Let's go to see the stab wounds. Let's see. Let's look at this for a second. Let's look at when Kraven stabbed Peter, right? Whoa! Okay, wrong one. Okay, let's get a scene where he's not invisible. Also, then we gotta release some of these fucking videos. Okay, we're gonna watch them. That's the one where he's invisible. We want one where he's like not invisible. All right, here we are. All right, so Peter getting stabbed, right? Pay close attention to what's going on right here. The spider sense is established. And he took Spider-Man the Great Web not so well. Yeah, I saw that. I didn't take that well either. But if we're really gonna say that Peter was also nerfed in the first game, then technically speaking, if he was nerfed here, then technically speaking doesn't also count as a nerf too. Because if you really look at what's going on here,
I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure, and I'm actually wondering if this counts for my freaking opinion here too. I'm wondering if Peter is also sensing that Connor just changing into the lizard here too, but I don't know. Does this also count as a nerf too? Because there's a whole bunch of danger going around in Kraven's arena. So like, well, not in his arena, but like in this scene specifically. So does this also count too? Because the spider sense is going nuts. Connor's behind him, turning into the lizard. There's hunters everywhere. He's hitting, and then boom. Notice how his eyes go up here. And on top of that, him seeing Kraven kill Scorpion on the monitor does not count for how strong does not make him know how strong Craven is. That is a computer that is different from seeing him in person. There's a difference between seeing how strong someone is on a monitor on a computer than actually seeing them. There is a difference. Peter is nerfed in some parts. I don't know. I don't know. I disagree. He's still fucking human. He can't just move out of the way. Exactly. And also, at this part right here, if you notice how Peter's eyes turn up here, seeing someone on a monitor is way different. Seeing how strong someone is from the outside, because like, think about that. Peter saw Craven kill Scorpion from the outside. A difference than actually, this is Peter's first time seeing Craven in person. Seeing him on a monitor, seeing him on a computer, flat out does not count.
I'm sorry.
Now, on top of that, Peter is a peak human. And on top of that, Peter didn't know how strong Craven was just from watching that whole entire video. And then the thing is, okay, so for that, actually, I'm gonna get to that later on. But like, I'm gonna get to that like in a second. Now that I will get to that in a second. See, look, Peter got stabbed here, right? If Peter got nerfed here, if this is a part of the problem right here, which is the main problem that people are pointing out, then shouldn't this also be one that's also in Spider-Man PS4? Because specifically right here.
Otto!
If this is Peter getting nerfed, if you guys are saying that Peter was also nerfed in Spider-Man 2 because he got stabbed by Craven, he also got stabbed in the first game by Ock. This isn't a nerf. This is not a nerf. He was not nerfed. I know he wasn't nerfed. I'm just going over all the points. I'm just going over points that people say that he kind of was nerfed, or saying that he was nerfed, just to make that clear. Now, for him being nerfed in Miles, it has been stated in Rhino's bio that Rhino is it's been stated in Spider-Man PS4's bio for Rhino that he is city block level. It's been stated that Rhino is city block level. And I think even in the bio for Rhino, Peter said that it took him a couple weeks to heal. So he was nerfed. So he was nerfed in some parts. I don't really think that was a nerf. Now for the Venom part, you have to understand that with the Venom fight, he was holding back because Harry was in there. That's the thing that nobody understands, is that Harry was in there. He was trying to save Harry. Harry was in there. So there's like, Now for the Miles fight, that's the same situation with the Miles fight. Is for the fact that for one, if you really listen to this dialogue, Miles is more powerful than Peter if you really look at it. I mean, in this game, Install Miles and Peter are large building levels, so they scale to each other. Why do people treat Harry and Venom as different people, but Doc Ock and Otto? It's practically the same relationship type thing. Yeah, it is. The only reason Well, Doc Ock and Otto, most people just call him Doc Ock, or most people call him Otto because like those are his two names. I call him either or. Now, when it comes to Harry and Venom, it's for the fact that I don't know why, but we can call him both. I just call him both. This is in some, so like they scale. This is in some, so they scale. Black Suit Peter scales to Miles, and then yeah, wait, hold up. Yeah, he scales to Miles actually because he took his bioelectricity. Yeah, he does. Like in this fight, yeah, he did take his bioelectricity, so he scales. It's literally the one thing that everybody's talking about too. Is literally why is this happening? The story of Marvel Spider-Man 1 will always be my favorite more than Spider-Man 2. Respect that. You still can't use the excuse of Venom taking some of Peter's strengths. I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm not using that.
I can't let this go. I'm finally everything everyone needs me to be. Yeah, you don't even answer my calls anymore, man.
Like, you have to know, during the fight, Miles has the bell, and also on top of that, Peter is conflicted in this fight. Peter can't handle all electricity. I mean, he blitz-based Electro in the first game. He's already fought Electro before in this universe. Like, in this fight, you can flat out see and tell.
What about MJ?
Like, you can flat out tell that Peter is conflicted in this fight because you literally hear him say these words. If I can find that scene. Okay, right here.
I know.
Like, Peter is conflicted right here.
No.
Plus, Miles is using the bell.
No.
Peter is very conflicted right here, so you can't. So anybody that's saying that this is also a nerf or that Peter was a pushover and got nerfed for this part, no. Sorry, I think I misread my last comment. People usually say Otto is a better villain because we watched him turn into Doc Ock. but people don't treat Harry the same for how he turns into Venom. I thought that at first. I thought that at first whenever I played it 4 times in a row, and after that, the 5th time I played it for New Game Plus, and I actually understand his motivations. And as much as I really do want more screen time with him, as much as I really did want more screen time with him, trust me, the game went from, because like as soon as I heard like everything come out, it went from, my score for the game went from like a 9 to a 8, and after hearing all the news, it went down to a 6. And then after that, it was just more of a, after playing it for a 5th time, I understand his motivations completely, and I understand this version of the character. Personally, I think he was nerfed, but I think he should have won. I think he should have won in this fight and nearly killed Miles. Then realized when he's done, and then was in Spider-Man 3. Because he relies on his gadgets and a lot more than his powers. Okay, that's expectable. That okay, now that I can understand, but it's like coming from like the stat side of things. And yes, I'm gonna say this for the stats. By the way, Trini, what's going on? I'm gonna say this like strictly like just stat wise. Peter's stronger because of the experience. Miles is also strong. I like them both, and they're both equal in strength. Now, say if this fight was literally not both of them holding back, which I have heard a lot. If both of these two were not holding back, if Peter and Miles weren't holding back, 100% Miles sweeps. But anyways, during this fight, Peter is conflicted. In abilities, they're not equal. Yeah, in abilities, they're not equal, yeah. But like strength-wise and experience-wise, Peter has the experience and is a lot stronger. But Miles is also equal in strength. At least that's what I think. All right, now on to the Venom fight. Which is probably another thing that people are also going to say was also a nerf. That you have to understand that Peter is holding back because he doesn't want to kill Harry. He doesn't want to kill Harry. Like, Peter doesn't want to kill Harry at all. And on top of that, Venom also knows that Harry is in there and Harry cares for Peter. So of course he's not going to kill him. He's not going to lose. So of course that's the reason why. Venom's trying to kill him. So why he hold back? Because Harry's in there. And also Venom doesn't want to kill Peter. But technically speaking, in this game, there are certain moments where he does, because there's a whole lot of reasons.
You want to join us?
Venom doesn't want to kill Peter because Harry is so keen on joining, because Harry wants him to join. And on top of that, one more thing is for the fact that Venom twisted that whole entire heal the world from Harry and wanted to push that out to protect everyone. When Venom was on Peter, it saw a glimpse of all of the stuff that he was doing. It literally got all of that knowledge of Peter as Spider-Man, and it took that and twisted that desire into making him try to kill. And through that, it was using Peter because Peter wanted to protect everyone, and it latched onto that. And after that, when it made it back over to Harry, it twisted that and saying, "Hey, let's go ahead and make symbiotes all over the world. Let's share this gift. We can protect everybody." That's what it means to that. That's what I got from this version of Venom. So. I was scared at the end of the game. Now that yes, I can agree on. Hold on, man. Let's actually go to the point where let's actually go to that point where Peter gets choked out. All right, right here. All right. First of all, in the dialogue, you can tell that Venom is really upset that it's looking at basically. If you guys don't know, the game basically it's kind of hard for me to say this without stuttering, but there are points in the game, and I'm pretty sure there's like certain moments. Venom references. Well, we're actually gonna get to that once we get to the Miles. Once we get to the Venom boss fight with Miles. But there are a lot more points. For one, Venom, like I said, doesn't want to kill Peter. This is literally just him putting him in a sleeper hole. He didn't kill him. He just put him in a sleeper hole for a second. It went into Berserk form. And secondly, this is a Berserker formed Venom. So there is no reason as to why people are saying that. Now, I myself have come up with a lot of arguments on how I think Peter could have beat Venom in one fell swoop. But that would involve him turning into another. But that would make him want to turn into. And yes, I've made this argument several times. If Peter would have turned into Berserker Venom, the one with the orange eyes, guarantee this Venom would have been dead. That's the only argument that I can make. Plus, Venom was boosted by the meteorite, so we got more power, so plus Peter strength.
I think the goo aliens are mad we took their stuff.
Yeah, well, they started it.
Now we get on to the Miles fight. Because there are certain scenes where Venom was just sick and tired of Miles. Losing at the time. That's the one that I was referencing, the one from Edge of Time.
We gave you our chance.
Venom is trying to kill Miles because one, he's gonna bring up the dialogue in a few seconds, but there's dialogue that literally says that Venom remembers what happened in the forest, clearly referencing the Peter boss fight. And on top of that, there's dialogue where you hear Venom talk about Miles during his round with Peter. So here's the thing. Venom literally says that Peter replaced him with Miles. Like, there is dialogue for this. Like, there's so much dialogue for this. Alright, now on to the Peter being nerfed again part, before we actually go over this, because, like, there's so much stuff that we can go over about him being nerfed. Alright, now this next point is this. Which is literally where everybody is upset. So, in Miles Morales, was he nerfed? Was he also nerfed there? Because, I don't know. Because, he was still holding on to Rhino. Was he also nerfed here? Was this also nerfed?
Now arriving, 125th Street.
I mean, we're gonna get to the screen fight in a few minutes, because I really don't know about the screen fight just yet, because we're actually gonna talk about Peter's biggest enemy. Because apparently Peter's best enemy and his biggest enemy is the Breach. Now watch this. Peter's nerfed because he only had a few missions without the symbiote.
Thank you. You're welcome.
No, I don't think he was nerfed with those few missions without the symbiote. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think he was nerfed before then.
Don't scare baby. Hey, you know you're ruining Christmas, right?
The last 6 Christmases I was locked behind 30 feet of steel.
See, look at what happens here. Notice how this happens too. Pay close attention. So if anybody's complaining about a Peter nerf, does this also mean that he was nerfed here? Because if we're gonna be talking about Spider-Man PS4, if he was nerfed in Spider-Man PS4, then he's also purely nerfed here, right?
Menace! Right here!
Mijo, ¿dónde está? It's getting late.
Hey, Mom. Yeah, coconut milk. Still trying to find it. Been kind of an adventure.
Are you running?
Yeah, sorry. Trying to catch a train.
Mira, mijo, no seas mentiroso. Grab the milk and hurry home, please.
Sí, ma. Te quiero mucho.
También te quiero.
Smiles again, this don't count. Yeah, but I know for a fact that some people are actually going to say that Peter was nerfed. I know that doesn't count, but people are saying that Peter's nerfed, so might as well go ahead and bring it up.
Miles, we gotta stop him. On my way.
Might as well go ahead and bring it up.
We gotta bring him down fast.
If you pay close attention to what's going on here in this game too,
Yeah, what do we do?
Let us raise temperature.
Rhino literally says, "Hey, let's raise the temperature."
Oh, bad, very bad.
He's gonna hit the flammable rock song gas. Notice how Miles left the explosion, right? And notice how Peter went in. Yes, and I'm gonna say this right now. Rhino is city block level. He destroys 6 city blocks.
Pete, are you okay?
See, look, he is destroying 6 city blocks.
No.
Because in his bio, we've known this, and this is literally what Peter says, that he can destroy 6 city blocks, right? And we literally just saw what that was like.
Oh, no.
I'm okay. I've got him. Headed your way. Be ready.
Okay. Yeah. Might, need a minute.
Now next,
Spider-Man, you good?
does this count too? See, look, nobody's not using their brain whenever I'm thinking of this. Does this count too? Rhino has been said to destroy 6 city blocks before. And in Peter's bio in this game, and in his bio in the game, I repeat, Peter said that it took him a couple weeks to heal. Nope, he was paying attention to Miles. Exactly. All right, now as for the screen fight, now we're going to talk about Peter's biggest enemy, the fridge. We're going to talk about Peter's greatest enemy, that fridge. Now onto this one. I really don't know what to say about this part right here. Anyways, back to that. Anyways, back to Spider-Man 2. Literally, I do not know how to actually like sort of do debunking videos, but like I somewhat don't. So like, bear with me here because I have no idea how to do them. So I'm just proving points right now. The fridge was so OP. Can't wait for Marvel's fridge. That fridge was a menace. Now, anyways, as for this part, I really don't know, but I'm actually gonna agree with you guys on this. I really don't know why Peter didn't decide to pull out Andrew Garfield and play basketball with him like he did in TASM 1, but
Dan, Connor said it was... I saved your life? And you won't save mine? Do you want me to die?
this is technically not a nerf. This is a symbiote blowing him back. But he has spider sense. Now that, yes, I'm actually going to say that. Yes, he has spider sense. I will agree with that. And I have no idea why, and I'm actually going to agree with this point. I don't know why, like I said before, I don't know why Peter didn't pull a Andrew Garfield and just play basketball with him.
Harry, are you... Oh, God.
I still remember playing this and I saw him and I was like, Norman, I don't care, get out the way. So is this Peter also being nerfed too whenever... So is this Peter also being nerfed too when Venom picks him up and tosses him? Was this also a nerf? This is not a nerf. This is literally forcing us into a freaking gameplay section. Still always nerfing these Miles. I don't think per se. I still don't think so. But we're actually going to get into that in a few seconds. Everybody always says that Peter got nerfed for Miles to be OP. I still don't think that's the case. This leads into a gameplay section. But as for the Sandman fight, it's not nerfed because Peter's tired after being up all night and using all his sheer will to get Venom off. And plus, not to mention for the fact that Miles was helping him get Venom off of him, so like that doesn't count either.
Because we promised to protect this city.
Now for the Sandman fight, how do you expect Peter to block a giant hand? How do you expect Peter to block a giant hand is my question. Peter can't block a giant hand. Now notice this too. Notice how this happens. People are complaining about, and people are complaining about Peter taking lightning. He has pretty much been known to blitz space through lightning. I'm not trying to say that's the thing, but like he has kind of he took this, right? And on top of that, they both saved each other. Peter saved Miles from getting eaten by Sandman. And also, Peter came up with the plan on how to stop him. And on top of that, Miles took bioelectricity. Miles took the lightning because he has bioelectricity powers, so he can absorb lightning. This is a thing that's already been established in his game. And technically speaking, this has been established multiple times. He got stuck in the ground. He got stuck in the ground. He got stuck in the ground. I'm like, why couldn't he just shoot a web? Well, for one, he really technically didn't get put on the ground right there. It's just that Sandman caught him in his hand. How much of that would hurt? Well, it's lightning, so you have to think about it. Lightning is from... Now, the calculations for lightning, I really don't know. Miles can take this lightning because of the fact that he has electric powers, right? And on top of that, to mention that he also powered up Peter's iron arms to do this.
We're good.
So I'm like, where is this nerf coming from? But anyways. Now, for the part that you're talking about...
Coming in hot. I'm there.
Peter, I don't think he can handle it. Against Peter, I don't think he could handle it. Pause. I mean, he blitz-based Electro in the first game. And electricity is known to be hotter than the sun by a calculation. Shout out to Crisis. I'm pretty sure because like you gotta remember that in this universe, every single villain scales. Like there's like different scales for different villains in each universe. In this universe, well, in Insomniac's universe, they scale. There's a different power scale for different iterations. So like Peter blitz-based Electro and was able to literally dash through Electro's lightning when he first saw him and he was able to kick him. So we know for a fact that he's able to take the electricity. Man, when Sandman hit Peter straight down. Hold on, man. Let me actually see.
Oh, crap. Still angry after all these years, Marco?
Okay, first things first, for the fact that Sandman was trying to run away from Kraven. Peter didn't know, and he got involved. Peter didn't know, and Sandman flat out said it wasn't about Peter or Miles. It wasn't about the Spider-Man, right? Sandman was running away from Kraven. Peter and Miles got involved because Sandman was going through the streets, ended up turning into sand, ended up turning into his sand self.
You should try yoga. Must be more of a Pilates guy. That was your idea? Never said it was a good one. It was supposed to be a normal day. Teach physics, have awkward conversations in the teacher's lounge. Everything's gonna be okay.
My thing is, why would he be struggling against all of his villains he fought before? Well, with Sandman, I can tell you why he struggled. Well, I can tell you why, because Sandman is large town, I think. Or at least, no, wait, yeah, I think, hold on a minute. He has to be large. I'm not sure. I think he has to be large town. But, the thing is that Peter isn't struggling against him. It's for the fact that the villains got stronger because this is a different universe than what we're used to. And also, Venom doesn't count. This is Instant Peter's first time ever meeting Venom. So, that doesn't really count. And for Lizard, we don't know what Peter's fight with Lizard was like in Spider-Man PS4. Like, we don't know what that was like before Spider-Man PS4. And on top of that, this is a bigger and present Lizard because of the fact that, this is what I'm guessing, it's for the fact that, so you know Titan from Arkham Asylum when Ivy takes the Titan formula in Arkham City. Yeah, it's that. For Lizard, it's the exact same thing, but a more enhanced dose of the Lizard formula. I don't know what that is. Wait. Oh, have you played Batman Arkham Asylum before? Why did I say Batman Arkham City? My bad. Arkham Asylum. Okay, so you know that. Okay, yeah, Asylum. Yeah, okay, so the Titan drug. Okay, so since you played Arkham Asylum, you know that fight with Ivy. You know that fight with Poison Ivy to where she's more powerful. Yeah, think of Kraven. Think of that Lizard serum, and think about how big Lizard is. It's like that. You're gonna take a lot. If you don't believe me, go watch Low. Oh yeah, I know we can take a lot. Now for the Sandman fight, there's literally 2 reasons as to why. If you really pay close attention to what's going on here with this part, how do you expect Peter to block a giant sand hand?
That was your idea? Never said it was a good one. It was supposed to be a normal day.
Hold on a minute, if I can find it, because it was more easier. Okay, it was more easier to find it in Gotham Paladin's video than it is here.
Conversations in the teacher's lounge. Everything's gonna be okay. Gotcha. Spider-Man, think you can sign for this delivery? It's coming in hot. I'm there.
Try to see if I can find it before he gets paid.
I got him. Mini Marcos? I wish I could do that.
And one more thing here is for the fact that this caught him off guard, because a lot of people are gonna say this is random. Peter had no idea Sandman could do that. Peter had no idea Sandman could do this. He had no idea that he could make sand clones of himself.
Set Mr. Airstick down, but not before he bonked on my suit.
Maybe they made villains way stronger this time. I guess, I don't know. They did.
He's not the only one. Sandman just puked out some new friends. What the?
See, look.
You do that? Apparently. Need you now.
See, look. As soon as Peter said that, he was surprised. Told Miles, and Miles was like, "Hold on a minute, what?" See, look. I don't understand. Peter fought the Sinister Six before, so how would he know? He fought the Sinister Six before, except for, well, he fought all the villains before they turned into the Sinister Six. Because Ock wasn't, because Ock in Spider-Man PS4 wasn't Ock yet. He didn't form the Sinister Six at all yet until we got up to that raft mission. He fought them all separately, but not together. I'm talking about Sandman. He fought Sandman before, but like he didn't know he fought Sandman before, yes. But he's never fought Sandman up to this scale, I don't think. He hasn't fought Sandman up to the scale that he is. And on top of that, Sandman got caught by Kraven, but he somehow, my guess, that's actually a good question, honestly, because I don't know how Sandman got out of the vial. Yo, Chaos. Just because Peter gets his ass beat doesn't mean that he's nerfed. Doesn't mean that he's nerfed. No, Miles in this game got his own ass beat as well. Exactly. There were times where he did, though. I'm not gonna lie. There were times where Miles did. I'm not gonna lie. Miles fought multiple people at once. Miles didn't get beat the same length as Peter. All right, before you even go into that, let's go into the Scream boss, because like this is the one that a lot of people are actually going to complain about, and let's just say, actually, hold on a minute. Let's actually go to this. Yeah, let's actually see this real quick. Okay, so for the Scream boss, up to the point where we get to the Scream boss fight, first before we even get to that, let's talk about. Hold on a minute. Actually, hold on a minute. Let's actually talk about that for a second. Okay, so right here, this is a low. Okay, so keep in mind, this is a low energy Miles, right? And on top of that, Miles just fought Martin Lee. So we're doing favoritism. We're not doing favoritism. Or we're not doing favoritism. We're just talking about the fact that so many people are talking about the thing. We're not doing no favoritism. Yeah, okay, I should.
I was the one doing that.
I'm just pointing out like stuff that's like I'm just pointing out stuff that people are talking about. Like people are talking about and saying like, how does that even happen? There's like multiple moments though. I think my own personal opinion, Miles carried the game. Okay, I respect that. Like everybody, like I respect that. Like there were times where, but there were times, and keep in mind, Miles just got done fighting Lee here. Kraven, and that's what I'm gonna say. Kraven used a low energied Miles. He caught a low energy Miles. This was a high energied Miles.
Do it.
Please. When you're out, find Spider-Man.
Do not let them escape.
He just got done fighting Martin. He just got done fighting Eddie. And he just used reverse flux, right? This is a low energy. See, like Miles is low energied after that because he just fought Lee. And Kraven used that. He saw that. He was like, okay. Head crushed by Venom. And not for him, David. I mean, still, I don't really count that because. Well, I mean, I can't. Well, I don't really want to count. Well, scratch that. I can count. Well, I don't know. Peter was asleep the whole time. Miles was fighting Venom. All right, now on to the Scream bosses, where everybody's gonna shout.
We need to talk.
Now onto the Scream bosses, where everybody's gonna kind of
single day.
Yo, well, what's going on? This kind of thing where everybody's gonna actually say that oh, and by the way, we need Marvel's fridge, chat. We need fridge. Chat, how do you guys feel about Marvel's fridge? Peter's biggest enemy at Marvel Spider-Man 3 is the fridge. You know, fridge is gonna become Goblin next game, so you know, I think that Peter really needs to prepare for the fridge, you know, because like that fridge put up a really good fight last game. This fight, yeah, you know, like the fridge put up a really good fight in this game, bro. Like, man, that fridge was great. And where was Miles when Peter got the anti-venom suit? As soon as Peter got the anti-venom suit, Peter woke up and Miles swung away and watched Peter beat up all the symbiotes. By default, technically speaking, Miles saved Peter and then they both teamed. I don't really want to go into it. But for this fight, I've been waiting 20 long years for Marvel's fridge. Now for this, pay close attention to this, okay?
Let me.
This isn't you.
Wrong.
Pay close attention because a lot of people literally hate this part. A lot of people are literally critiquing Afraid.
I finally have
He was
the power
carrying him in his
to
hand
realize our vision.
and threw him to the side, so he was asleep the whole entire time. Okay, yeah. I know what
Giving up on me?
Harry, we need to get that thing off you.
Do not call us
he was gonna end up. Yeah, he was standing right beside him.
a thing. We are not, Harry.
See, look, this is literally the most problem that everybody has here. For one, before we get to this part, Peter is, first of all, a lot of people have said, why doesn't Peter blitz base Venom? We'll get to that in a few seconds. Why doesn't Peter blitz base Venom? He tried that. Look at what happened. On top of that, Peter can't blitz base Venom here because he's more concerned about MJ. He was heavily fatigued before this mission. This was stated in a phone call between Peter and Dr. Connors. Exactly. See, look. Peter's more concerned about MJ, so he can't blitz base him. Just what's in the group chat? The two symbiote dudes are the parry gods. I saw that. Someone has to hire Doomblazer. If there was a Marvel Spider-Man 2 tournament, if there is a Marvel Spider-Man 2 tournament, I would be in that tournament. Somebody needs to hire Doomblazer. Doomblazer is great. By the way, make sure y'all like the stream. We're gonna be still streaming. I want to look at people's complaints. I still want to look at people's complaints. Yeah. But for this part, Peter is more concerned about MJ, and on top of that, boom, he gets hit with his greatest enemy, the fridge. Because right here, you can actually tell that Peter actually caught her. Look, watch. Peter's hand's going down. He caught her. MJ's living my dream. Pause. Nah, I'm joking. The fridge won't revenge for all the food Peter left there to rot.
Better go.
I don't know how this is a Peter nerf. This is literally an argument. That fridge is boundless. It is.
Show him what he's missing.
Miles even saved Harry.
Can't have her.
Now that I can actually agree on. But but the thing is though, like to me, this is how I truly think. When all serious, the fridge argument is very stupid. Exactly. People are upset over a bridge.
Too late.
MJ. I'm sorry. Remember your book? You said you want to help people.
Nobody read it. Nobody cares.
We're gonna be honest here about Peter getting beaten by Scream. This wasn't even him getting beaten by Scream. This was more of MJ actually telling Peter how she really feels deep down inside. And the symbiote is literally bringing those to the forefront. Even though here's the thing, my only problem with this whole entire fight, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people are actually gonna agree. I don't know how many phases this fight went for. Chat, how many phases was this fighting? I think like 4. Imagine they had destructible items. This fight was 4 phases. Okay. Now, to me, honestly, this fight should have been 3. Or probably 2. Because this fight gets annoying at certain moments. But,
That's not true. If I helped one person, it was.
see, look. Peter's holding back because MJ is in there. Once again, Peter is not trying to kill. That's where everybody's saying that Miles got a buff to pretty much. Now we're on to the part where everybody's complaining about. Okay, so now those are all my points. Now those are all my points. Now on to the whole entire Miles overpowered statement to make Peter to make Peter nerf. If you're really paying attention to how Miles gets his powers off of emotion. Shocker. He gets his powers off of emotion, right? Notice what happens here. Notice how Lee gets out of here. Notice how when Lee comes out, And keep in mind, Miles already wants revenge against Negative already, right? Because what he did in Spider-Man PS4, right? So when he saw Negative,
Martin Lee.
he's already mad, right? And his blue lightning is starting to show. This was part of his character arc. The Homer trio, one of them picks up a fridge and tries to throw it at Eos, and I'm literally just gonna start breaking out laughing when it. Why can't you throw a fridge? Why you can throw a fridge? People hate this scene. People who hate this scene are a little bit sexist if you ask. If you think about it, when Peter's insulting Harry, Miles, and MJ, people tend to praise that scene, but when MJ does it, people call it woke. I don't understand how that's woke. Well, oh, the Scream thing. I don't see how that's woke. That's just called MJ. I think you're going too in depth in it. I played the story a lot. And there's like a whole bunch of points that I could touch on, but like technically speaking, half of my points are kind of crazy and half of them are conjoined points. But okay. I don't think that scene, to me, I don't think that scene's woke. I think that scene is just purely just MJ holding her pent up frustrations inside, and because people are not getting off emotion. That's the thing. But the thing is, though, with the symbiote, that brings all of their thoughts to the forefront, and a lot of people honestly think, and spoilers, people have feelings. Did I stream for an hour and a half? Rate the story from bro. Rate the story. Rate the story of the game from a scale of 1 out of 10. My opinion always changed because like originally whenever I first played it, I gave it a 10. Well, at least like hold up. Whenever I first played it, I gave it a 9. And then after that, all the news started coming out, and after I heard that they had to cut some content because Sony told them to, that went from like a 9 all the way down to a 6. Hold up. That went from 9 all the way down to like a 5 because Sony rushed them, or at least Sony told them to cut some stuff out. And then after my 4th playthrough, I still didn't understand it, and it was still stuck at like a 6. And after that, I played it a 5th time, and it went to a 8. You're gonna tell me that Miles got a buff? You're gonna tell me that Miles didn't get a buff? I mean, yes, Miles did get a buff, but the thing is, though, his buff is I want to say yes. And on top of that, Miles learned, and on top of that, one more thing that people always understand is that Miles learned from Peter. So Miles took all of that from Peter, combined it with his own knowledge, and boom. Combined it with what he knows, and boom. Federal rating, bro. Mine's 8.5. Okay. And on top of this is like one of the, at least for me, because like at first with me, I didn't understand this version of Venom And then after that, I started like paying attention more and more and more, and I'm like, hey, yo, this Venom's actually really good. Even though I really would have loved to have seen some more scenes with him, but you know. But like, but with okay, so anyways, back to Miles' buff. I want to say yes because Peter taught him. I'm not trying to bring that up. It's kind of hard for me to bring that up, but it's like that's actually hold on a minute. That's another before we get back into that. That's another thing too. Everybody's out here saying that Miles can't be Spider-Man, and y'all strictly want Peter Parker. I understand. Don't get me wrong. I completely understand it, but once again, do I literally have to bring up the whole entire Terry McGinnis comparison? I'm sorry if I'm going to bring this up again. The same thing should be said for Batman, and my opinion still stands. It would be fine if the game came out in January because that means that we would like have New Game Plus. Maybe and the game with us and the game would be finished. It would have the cut content exactly. Yeah, it was established that Miles and Peter did some training sessions in the first game's DLC. Exactly. Miles and Peter can both be Spider-Man. Yo, hi C, what's going on? 5 words about Miles' brain. 5 words about Miles. The main Spider-Man into Spider. Exactly. People just can't shake the idea of people just. And yes, I'm gonna say this again, and I keep on saying this. I'm perfectly. Here's the thing. I like Miles and I like Peter. Okay. People that are saying that Miles can't be Spider-Man, like I'm gonna keep on saying this. The same energy, in my opinion, needs to be said for Batman. Because the thing is, like, in my opinion, if you guys are saying that Peter Parker is Spider-Man and Miles isn't Spider-Man, y'all are basically saying that Bruce Wayne is Batman and Terry McGinnis isn't Batman, in my opinion. That's literally what you are saying. That's what you guys are saying. By the way, hi, C, how you doing? The only way that they can even think that Miles can be the only Spider-Man is if Peter dies. I mean, not right now with the way that Spectacular Spider-Man is doing, and as well as the merging of the Ultimate Universe with the 616 universe. Doing it, bro? Good streamer guy. Yo, hi, C, you a W. I've been watching your streams, though. I've been watching your streams. Story is 8.5 for me, too, but overall rating, the game's 9. Okay. Peter wasn't nerfed as both Peter and Miles got equal amount of defeats. Peter beat more baddies than Miles ever did. Not all ones I okay. Hold on a second. Especially in the fight. Alright. But like if people are gonna say like I said before, like anybody that says that Miles can't be Spider-Man is a little bit I'm sorry, y'all are huffing some copium. Peter beat Lizard, Craven, Scream, and Wraith, while Miles only beat Mr. Negative and Mysterio. Yeah. But the thing is, though, is that no one understands that this opens up more opportunities for more villains. That's the one thing that nobody doesn't understand. But anyways, let's go back to this. Let's try this hustle. So I can keep on eating.
Miles.
Hold up, before we continue this though. Anybody want a spider prowler? Because I low-key feel like that's what low-key that's what's gonna happen in Beyond. We're going to get a spider prowler. Oh, and by the way, Aaron, how have you been doing? Miles didn't get killed. Miles didn't get killed. Yeah, he didn't get killed at all. Anyone that says Peter was nerfed lacks common sense and ignores context, they ignore thank you. They ignore the context of what's going on. You say the same thing about Batman. And on top of that, another thing, before we go back into this, do you know how many people have been Batman other than Bruce Wayne? You have Thomas Wayne, which is his dad, as Batman. You have Damian Wayne as Batman. You have Dick Grayson as Batman. You have Nightwing as Batman, right? You have Terry McGinnis as Batman Beyond. And I think at one point even Jason Todd was Batman, but we're not gonna count that. Oh, and by the way, Tyler reminds me, we're gonna have to check out Colin's video, by the way. We're gonna be checking out Colin's video today or tomorrow, so let me know if you guys want to check that video out. But ow. Miles and Venom. A lot of Spider-Mans are weird, bro. So you're telling me that they're complaining about Miles being Spider-Man, but not Aunt May and Uncle Ben, a freaking cat? And the Uncle Ben, okay, so the Uncle Ben being Spider-Man part, I actually like that. I actually haven't read it, but I saw a picture that's actually a really great one. But let's see, what else is there? So if Miles is overpowered, then obviously people are not understanding the context of what's going on here. Miles is angry and sees Lee because he wants revenge on Lee. And next is another thing that I'm actually gonna go over, which is I can find it. Okay, right here. If y'all are saying that Miles can't be Spider-Man, then y'all lack what's going on. If y'all are saying that, then y'all are at least lacking on what the heck's going on throughout the story. Because after Miles gets caught and after he fights Martin Lee, you know what his plan is? Do you know what his plan was? Watch this.
Told me to find you.
Watch this. Watch what happened here. This is literally referencing what Miles told Lee to go do. You have to know that Miles was planning to do this instead of killing Negative, right?
I'm done listening to you. Losing my dad? It's not what's holding me back. I was the one doing that. But not anymore.
If anybody's gonna say that, then I need you all to see what's gonna happen here. We think that, here's the thing, a lot of people are saying that, and yes, I'm gonna go over this too. This is literally taking a freaking thing from Last of Us Part 2, but we're not gonna go over that.
Do it.
On the beat. Sorry, I'm just a little easy a lot.
When you're out, find Spider-Man.
See, look. Miles told Negative to go find Spider-Man, right? He told him to go find Peter. Look what ended up happening here. He came up with this whole entire plan, right? He came up with this plan on how to get the black suit off. He found a way to get, he said, since Kraven's a hunter, and on top of that, we literally get a freaking computer of Kraven literally studying Peter, like with the black suit. Like we get, like we literally get a freaking computer. Kraven was stalking Peter. Kraven was watching him.
Do not let them escape.
Literally freed Negative and told him to go find Peter. And Peter came. Pause. Literally set the manor and the arena. Now look at what Negative says here. For anybody that's saying that Miles should be Spider-Man, he literally planned this whole entire thing out. Since Kraven is a hunter, he learned from Kraven. I was unreal zoning as enemy homicide. He did. I'm not even gonna lie. Miles held his own fighting Venom. I can't really lie. I can't really lie. He did. There's something in the settings where you can wait. There's something in the settings where you can turn that off and it says iron parry. Wait, you can iron parry? But there's like more, because like you can tell that he set this whole entire plane up. And on top of that, if you really want to pay close attention to what's going on, literally like you can tell too that during this fight, you can tell probably Miles saw. That's my guess, is for the fact that Miles saw and the bell was ringing. Just see, like right after the fight. Ah, come on, they're not even gonna do the bell scene. Okay, but you guys know. Miles learned the weakness from watching Kraven and Peter fight. And I'm pretty sure that's where he got the weakness from, because he was watching the Kraven fight, because he noticed that as soon as the bell was going off, literally before they even get to this, literally before Peter and Kraven get to the stage, Miles saw, and I guarantee you, Miles saw the symbiote move. He saw that Peter was reacting to sound. So like, my head. Ross got his head crushed by Venom. If not for MJ, he would have died. Superman died, and he immobilized. He got immobilized by Venom's tentacles. Venom's tentacles, and almost fell to his death due to Venom's tentacles. Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about. You really can't count that. And yes, I'm gonna say this again. I don't see how Peter would have gotten it off, because once again, I don't see the whole entire point in people saying that Miles should have never been here, or that Miles should have never been involved in this at all. Let's see what I'm gonna let it play, and after I'm gonna say my words. It's already been over half of my story.
But you still hold back. Kill or be killed.
Behold, Peter was about to break his no-kill rule. Y'all wanted Peter to kill Kraven early.
Stop!
See, look. I'm sorry if people are gonna actually go over this. There's no way Peter wasn't ringing the bell if he killed Kraven this early. If Miles wasn't here, the bell is not gonna get rung. Peter's gonna break his no-kill rule. Peter's gonna break his no-kill rule and then continue to go to the city. And he was probably going to end up killing MJ. Probably Harry. He was going to kill MJ. He was going to kill Harry. There's no way he wasn't given the suit back. Do I have to go on? Of the word every chuckle. That's the one thing I hate about. That's the one thing I like about this team. But at the same time, it's like pause. Then he goes to the city, and he would finally kill him, and he would kill everybody that tried in his way. Exactly. He would have gone after Lee. He for sure went after every single other villain in the raft. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure about that, but he probably would have. So like, what are people talking about? Raft will literally be on fire. He even killed the guards. Exactly. And on top of that, that would be a reference to what time they already took the reference to Spider Shadow, but that would be way too much Spider Shadow. But hey. And on top of that, if Peter was nerfed, another thing is that if Peter was also nerfed, then I need someone to actually explain this whole entire scene right here. If Peter was nerfed, then explain to me for the fact that people also say that this scene was also once again pushing a woke agenda. This is not a woke agenda.
Consumed with vengeance. And lost everything for it. You two reminded me that that's not who I am. When you help someone, you help everyone.
Exactly. He would go back and kill.
Where are you gonna go? To set things right. Your way.
See, look, this is something that Peter never could do. Spoilers, Peter never, ever, I repeat, never turned any of his words, never turned or reformed his own worst enemy at all. This is something that Peter Peter has never seen before.
Reforming your greatest enemy. Can't say I've ever done that. Maybe MJ was right. Why would the city need me when it has you? I don't know. This city still looks like a Spider-Man job to me.
This is Peter being proud of Miles. Peter's being proud of Miles because he taught him. And on top of that, Miles literally figured out a plan. Miles figured out a plan. And he literally denies and think that 2 Spider-Man are better than 1. So technically speaking, Peter's proud of Miles, and Miles literally says that it's still a 2 Spidey job. And yes, the 2099 is the God suit. Which literally goes into the next point, which is the ending that people are still trying to whine about.
Pete.
Which again, I really do think that I'm not sure about this, but I really don't want to watch SK's video. But SK touched on this in his video, but I'm not really going to say much about this point because yeah. Yeah, which nigger owns suit styles for the 2099 suits, so I would make it all white and where the red would be, and I would make it is where the gold would be. Exactly. And this shows that Miles is worthy of being Spider-Man. Exactly. See, look, notice how Peter didn't touch that because he's like,
Have you talked to Miles about?
And see, look, notice how, and on top of that, notice how MJ knows. Notice how MJ knows that too. Peter's been through a lot, and it just needs to break. Miles capable of being Spider-Man. Exactly. Peter's just taking a break, and is that exactly? And people don't want Peter to take a break because they're saying that it's out of character. I'm sorry, did we see or watch or know what they were doing?
Not yet.
MJ knows. MJ knows about the break too.
You ready? Miles, I've been meaning to talk to you about something. I mean, I have been talking.
By the way,
to you
we're gonna watch
all
Father's video
it's
too.
great to talk. So many good talks.
See, look, and Miles is looking in the garage and knows what's going on.
Just haven't been talking to you about what I should have been talking to you about.
Pete,
Wait, let me start again.
I got this. All of it. Go be
That's all
Peter
you know, that's
Parker
like,
for a
gotcha.
while.
Are you sure it's...
See, look, notice how he said, go be Peter Parker for a while. Go take a break for a little while. Miles knows that Peter has been through a lot. Because in the first game, we saw him falling asleep. Literally, we saw him falling asleep at a random in the first... wait, hold up. Was that? No, that was after the Electro Vulture bite. Yeah, we saw Peter falling asleep out of nowhere. He doesn't have a working system. And on top of that, he wants to get his life together. One of the biggest themes in this game is balance. Peter wants to find balance. So when he has a working system, he can be Spider-Man even. So that way he can come back and be Spider-Man. He doesn't have to. He wants to find a good system. He wants to find balance. And while he's finding that balance, Miles is going to be Spider-Man. Miles is going to be out Spider-Man. Miles is going to be Spider-Man, right? I don't know why people hate character development. People hate character development, which is weird. Y'all want a character stalled.
It's a big city. I can
People want a
handle it.
character stalled. Peter's gonna get freaky with MJ so we can
As
have
long as I
Mayday.
can still call you for advice.
You don't need it.
Maybe not now, but there'll come a
Teddy
time.
bands are racist.
I'm here for you. Always.
Big bro. See him.
This is fact. They are. And on top of that, I really don't care whoever. I really don't care, but I'm gonna have to say this. I really gotta say this. And yes, hold up. Before I actually this, let me actually get to the part with it. I don't want to get freaking demonetized. No, I'm not. And the thing is, for the fact that I'm literally gonna bring this up for the fact that shout out to High C, by the way, because I saw his live stream last night. If you guys haven't checked out High C, go ahead and check him out. He does cool live streams and stuff like that. If y'all are gonna say that Miles isn't Spider-Man, if Peter Parker was here, if Peter Parker was a real person, he would be ashamed. he would just be like, he would be looking. If Peter Parker heard all the stuff that all these people were saying that Miles can't be Spider-Man, guarantee you. And this is what I'm gonna say. Like, imagine if this were to happen, right? Imagine if like Insomniac Spider-Man was like, imagine if Spider-Man 2 was like in real life or whatever, and we heard that Peter retired, right? And we were just like, no, you can't retire. No, you can't retire. No, you can't retire. Miles gonna be hitting the city back. And after that, Peter's gonna be like, I'm sorry, I've been carrying the franchise on my back for like 6 decades. I think I deserve a break, buddy. You're like, I've been carrying the franchise by myself, okay? Miles is great, okay? He's been out there, fighting crime with me and stuff like that. Peter would be like, man, I want a break. Y'all can't let me have a single break. And Peter would just list out everything I have. Peter would just list out everything I have pretty much. Lost my best friend to Venom. My friend's in a coma. My aunt and uncle, his aunt and uncle are dead. He would have went off, bro. He went off. I think I deserve a break, please. He would have went off. Just I really hate Tom and Andrew. I think Toby's the best one. Now Toby, I can't really blame him for liking Toby because Toby's the OG Spider-Man, or at least Spider-Man live action, so I can't really blame him. But Toby's the best Peter Parker in my opinion. Tom's good at both. Andrew is the best Spider-Man. Now onto this, I truly think they're gonna have to do Superior Spider-Man. Because like I like Superior Spider-Man. Oh, and by the way, spoilers. My favorite Spider-Man is actually Superior Spider-Man. You know who's dead? Peter. You know who's dead in that continuity for Superior Spider-Man? Peter, right? I like Doc Ock as my Spider-Man. But sadly, that will never happen. I want them to make a movie about that. I need them to make a Superior Spider-Man movie, but they won't.
What do you want?
Now, the closest thing that we're obviously going to get is probably Goblin Nation. I'm just going to go over this. That's obvious. We're getting Goblin Nation. Yeah, Spider-Man 2, ooh. but I call dibs on Peter. I'm probably gonna end up getting Peter though, because I like both Peter and Miles' combat. The only problem though with and yes, I do play Miles as well. The only problem with Miles' combat, at least in my opinion, is is mainly his ability wheel. Because you have like a longer cooldown with his ability wheel than Peter's.
The Spider-Man. You know who they are, don't you?
What do you guys think is gonna happen in the third game though? Like, do y'all think what do you guys think is gonna happen? Like, do y'all think it's gonna be y'all think, I know it's gonna be something related to Superior, but like I'm kind of undecided for Ock, because like I said, I'm still gonna say that Green Goblin and Ock are basically Scarecrow and Jason Todd for this game, but hey.
Why?
Like, anybody saying that is just like just weird, bruh. I am. But yeah, people literally say that it's kind of, I don't know. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna hop on my PlayStation real quick. Because like a lot of the stuff about the game can literally be said through like half of the audio logs and stuff like that. But like if you guys want, hold on, man. Let me actually see. Okay. Like if you guys want, like if you guys are down, I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to stream tonight. But I don't know. Ooh, hold on a minute. But yeah, pretty much the thing is though, is like you cannot, how can I put this where you can actually go into this? Yes, I was playing Apex earlier and I was playing Last of Us earlier. But basically at the end of the day, Peter and Miles, you can use them to pretty much just say you can use them to differentiate. I use them to differentiate. There's a difference. I like to see Miles. I like to see Miles get. I like to see Miles get the Carnage symbiote, but I don't know how they would make that happen. That's actually very easy to actually make happen. Because the hive mind is completely, because the hive mind, with the hive mind gone, and on top of that, with that one scene of Miles being in the hive mind, Carnage probably knows about Miles. Carnage knows that Miles is Spider-Man. Well, he knows about Miles. By the way, Aaron, I don't know if you're still here, bruh, but it could still happen. But like, people need to stop going over the whole entire nerf thing, though, if I'm gonna be honest with you. Because the whole entire idea of a nerf is literally the character is literally like weak. People are using that as like a term for weak. I don't see how you can use that for a term of weak. There's no freaking motive to it. Like, you can't. Like, it's impossible. Like, you can't. It's relatively impossible. You can't. Hold up, I wish there was a way you can change colors. I just thought Peter was nerfed in the last fight. That's why I understand Harry's best friend, but still, it was So it was so it was mainly his story, only for him to get carried by Miles in the fight. I mean, there are a lot of interesting ways to look at it, because like I said, like I've made that argument before, because the way that I could have saw it, because like whenever I originally played it, I was like, okay, so why? Because like whenever I first played it, I was originally like, so why did he lose? And I was like, okay, so obviously I had a feeling that they were gonna split the game 50-50, right? But like for the Venom fight, that caught me off guard, and I was like, wait a minute, why? And I was like, and after I started paying attention to it, I was like, okay, never mind. Because like the thing is, like the connection for Miles and Venom was there due to the fact that Venom, and I'm assuming that this happens too. I'm assuming that Venom also seeing Peter's memories had obviously Venom probably saw while Venom was on Peter, it saw all of Peter's memories, and I'm pretty sure since he has a lot of memories, Miles was in there too. And with the fact that Miles helped him get the symbiote with the help, and since Miles helped Peter get Venom off of him, plus the fact that at the point where Miles jumped down in the freaking well or whatever, jumped down in the, I think I'm just gonna say well because I don't remember where subway. When Miles dropped down to the subway, it was there that Venom was just like, hey bro, you know what, I'm sick of this. And then throughout that, Venom was looking at Miles like he's the problem. Venom didn't want to hurt Peter, because during the fight you hear him talk about how the symbiote got replaced with Miles. Like Venom mentions that Peter replaced them with Miles. During the time my teacher says, I don't see how that happened though. Maybe you read my comment? Which one? Do women care about height? Some of them do, some of them don't. I haven't checked it yet. You read my comment? Wait, hold up. Aaron, which one was your comment? But the nerfing thing, yeah, I really don't see how a nerf happens. Peter was never nerfed in Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 2 has their fair share of defeats. And Spider-Man 2 has their fair share of defeats. Hang on, did you get it? Yeah, they have their shared defeats, which is really, really strange about why people are saying that Peter was nerfed. But the thing is though, is like for the fact that there's like a lot of people that are saying that there's people out here that are saying basically, how can I put this? A lot of people are acting like they didn't play the first game. You have people out here trying to have comic accuracy, which, oh wow, you do know that Peter gets beat in every single form of Spider-Man media, which is kind of low-key ridiculous. Which is honestly kind of low-key ridiculous, and it's just weird. Like Peter has got hit in both games. Now people act like Peter has 0 hits in Spider-Man 1. It's crazy. They're acting like Spider-Man 1 didn't exist. Peter had more defeats. Yeah. I played the first game and Miles Morales. Exactly. And people are now saying that Peter, and now here's the thing. If they're going to compare Peter to, if they're going to say why is Peter getting hit, then they are acting like Peter is Kratos. If that's the case, then Peter is Kratos, right? If that's the case. Because if y'all are saying that Peter's a god, right? If y'all are saying that Peter's a god, then have him fight Kratos. Have Instant Peter fight Kratos. We all know who would win. Please, I'll wait. We all know that Kratos would win. Peter lifted up that fridge. Hey, that fridge was Peter's greatest enemy. That fridge was Peter's greatest enemy. That fridge is probably small building level. Nah, I'm joking. Because the first thing in the first game is that he was experienced with these villains, but in the second game, he was not experienced with Kraven, Venom, and turns out the lizard got stronger. Exactly. And on top of that, Venom in this game, I'm not sure what the power scale is, but some of these, but another thing is like, people gotta understand that there's different scaling for the characters. There's different iterations of characters that no one seems to understand. Or how about the people that say that Peter could have dodged a giant hand and tried to dodge Sandman's giant hand? How do you expect someone to dodge a giant hand? And on top of that, Peter was already in the air. And people see the anti-venom and it's basically just the one chopper venom. How much Peter was even in the anti-venom suit? Peter was still there, but the thing is though, like, you have to understand that he was not, like, you have to understand that he was holding back. It's like people wanted him to kill Harry. If y'all wanted Peter to kill, massive spoiler by the way, in a recent leak, apparently Harry was supposed to die, but we're not gonna talk about that. The Lizard Peter fought before, but this time he was on steroids. Exactly. And basically, how can I put this in terms? If anybody hasn't played Batman Arkham Asylum, you know that fight with Poison Ivy. You know that fight where Poison Ivy gets a dose of Titan. That's how strong the Lizard was right after. That's how strong the Lizard was. The anti-venom doesn't make Venom just one. It doesn't make Venom one shot. For starters, this is the Berserker Venom. The Venom that we see is the Berserker Venom. It's the stronger version of the character. The reason why Poison Ivy got stronger was because he was injected with Titan Zero. So the lizard got a Titan version of the Lizard DNA. Exactly. Peter's the one that defeated Venom, not Miles. Peter used antivenom to cure Venom in the city. Yes, he did. But the thing is though, like, there's a connection. But the thing is though, is like Venom has a connection to Miles through the Peter boss. And on top of that, Venom was just sick of it and saw Peter as and saw Miles as and on top of it, like in the fight, at least in the Venom boss fight, Venom says that Venom was talking to Peter and Venom tells Peter that Miles was holding him back and that Peter replaced them with Miles. So like in a way there was a connection there through Miles getting the black suit, technically speaking Miles helping Peter beat his own ass. And I mean, yes. But it's like, Venom mentioned what happened in the forest, referencing the Peter boss fight. Peter, during the Venom boss, during Venom's round, or during Peter's fight with Venom, Venom mentions that Miles they're saying that anti-Venom is not stronger than Venom. I mean, here's the thing with that. I've made that argument before, but the only way I could see Peter with the anti-Venom, the only way I can see Peter winning with the anti-Venom suit is if he went Berserk Venom. Like, is if he went, hold on a minute. The only way that I see Peter winning is if he pulls out this form. That's the only way that I see Peter winning is if he went into this form. Because, like, I've made this argument several times, but, like, this is the only way that I see Peter winning is if he went full-on anti-Venom form. This is the only way that I see him winning. My question is, how is Miles not struggling against Venom? Where you go Surge mode? The amount of times that I've used Surge mode fighting Venom with anti-Venom, it still doesn't work. Hold on a second. Let's actually pull up. Hold on. Let me actually. Hold on a minute. Let me actually pull this up. Hold on a minute. Let me go back to this real quick. Okay, so at what part? Let me know whenever I get to the part. Okay, right here.
Let's get this to the accelerator!
MJ, you hearing that?
He's okay, right?
Let's just get him out of here.
Okay, yeah, Miles was full of energy right here. Miles is energized right here. Peter was still... Okay, I can see what he's saying. Peter was still... Okay, Peter was fatigued. Peter was still a little bit fatigued.
Go, Miles, I've got him. Go!
Okay, yeah, he still got it. Wait, this is a cutscene. This shouldn't even count, but I'm gonna let it count. But at least to me, it shouldn't count.
We gave you a chance.
Allie!
Okay, I see. Okay, I can see why. Okay, hold up. I can see why, Aaron. I can see why you're saying that. Okay, Aaron. I can see why you're saying that. I can see why you're saying that. I can see why. I can see why. They're gonna be rocking the Flying Fresh. I don't know if I'm gonna be rocking the Flying Fresh. Why are you saying that? I'm saying that he was a problem. Because there's like this little bit of dialogue right here. Like there's a couple of dialogues in the Venom fight where Venom references where Venom brings up Miles. And then on top of that, in the fight, there's a reference where Venom was on Peter. Where there's a reference to where there's also a thing where there's also another reference that brings up what happened in the Peter boss fight. Not this Peter boss fight, but the actual Peter boss fight, the one we were fighting him with Venom on. I'm not trying to say I don't like. I'm not sounding like it's favoritism. I'm just going over like everything else going on in the story. I'm not saying that's favoritism. But like, if you go back to this whole entire scene right here, hey, it's just his opinion, but I can understand where he's coming from. But like, right here, you have to know that during this whole, like, in this fight, like, Venom brings up what happened in the forest to Miles. Miles, yeah, can I ask a question? Yeah, you can ask a question. But like, right here, like, you can clearly see that during this fight, while Venom's on him, Venom brings it up, what happened in the forest. So he remembers this. He remembers that Miles was the one that got him off. So at least to me, there was a connection already. There was already a connection there. I'm trying to find the full game because like I'm trying to find the full game with like the gameplay. But it's kind of hard for me to actually find the gameplay. I'm trying to find one with actual gameplay, but I can't. Please tell me Miguel Ice and Fire has.
Hey, Pete. I'm working on a college application, and it says I gotta... If they were...
Okay, yeah, right here. Hold on, let me get to that. Hold on, let me get to this way. Okay, right here, we're gonna mention. Okay, right here is whenever there's a connection.
Blue stuff to slow him down. I'm not gonna let Pete down, Harry.
He'll understand. This is his dream, too.
Sorry, Terry. Let's end this.
I'm saying some of the comments are just throwing up my favoritism. I like favoritism. Just don't like favoritism, not you, bro. Phoenix? Yeah. I just want to see. Like, I'm curious to know.
Allie!
Right here.
Took him away from us.
Took him away? What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, right here.
In the forest. We remember what you did.
Harry! Man, that...
See? Feel like Miles got 0 hits. He got an equal amount of hits as Peter. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. Just imagine if the Hellfire Galaxy suit with a purple logo. Oh my gosh. That would be fire.
The symbiote talking, not you!
See, look, and that's a reference to the Peter boss. Because you said that Miles knows what he did in the forest. This is a reference to the Peter boss. He's referencing the Peter boss. So therefore, there's a connection. There's that connection. Why does the Hellfire Galaxy suit not have a colorway? Here's what you think. I don't know. I don't know. If I'm gonna be honest, I really don't know. Not have a colorway. It will look so good with blue, green, and purple. And why do the movie suits not have colorways? Just imagine the Raimi suit with the blue replacement. The reason why the Raimi suits and the reason why the movie suits don't have one is because like they were meant like to be that way. I play Assassin's Creed to fight Venom so I can give Andrew to fight daily. Did the same thing. I did the same thing too. But it would have been cool. It would have been cool if they gave him colors. Honestly, between you and me, if they would have gave the TASM 2 suit a black colorway, I'm not taking that off. But other than that, chat, I hope you guys did enjoy the live stream. Hold up. I need some outdoor music. No, I'm joking. But hold up. Let me actually get some chill stuff. Don't ignore my messages, please. I'm not ignoring them. I just can't really, I don't know who got the more hits. It's kind of hard for me to tell who got more hits. But I am liking all of your comments and stuff. So I really can't say anything. But I'm not ignoring them, though. It's kind of hard to keep up with chat, because, like, I'm, like, talking and, like, doing, it's kind of hard. But hold up, chat, before we even say, hold up, chat, before we, hold up, chat. Y'all want to see something that I did? Actually, no, I think I already showed y'all this already. I already showed y'all that. But before we do, this is gonna be something that I'm actually curious about. If y'all want me to watch, this is actually curious because I've been actually wanting to know if you guys want to check this out. I don't know if you guys want to check out Colin's video, But if y'all want, like, we could check out Collins. We can check out Collins' video tomorrow, or do you guys want to I don't know. Collins vid's too long. It is actually. Heck, we already saw Evan's video, and I actually really enjoyed Evan's video on Venom. Yeah, I think he said on Twitter it's like an hour. He's like an hour and a half long in. Who's your favorite Spider-Man actor in live action? I like Andrew. I like Andrew Garfield. Andrew's my favorite. Now, if we're talking like comic wise, I like Doc Ock Spider-Man. I like Doc Ock Spider-Man, but I like Doc Ock as Spider-Man. I like Andrew as live action. Colin at least praised the story. That is true. He praised it. He did praise it because, like, even if it's way too long. Yeah, that's the thing. He praised it, and I actually like that he praised it. Because, like, while I was playing it, like, I liked it at first, and after hearing all the stuff that was coming out about it, and then after hearing everything else, I was like, bruh. Because, like, as soon as all the stuff that started coming out for the game, like, as soon as, like, there was stuff that we were supposed to have in the game, I'm like, okay, so cool, we didn't get it. TASM 3. They were actually going to make TASM 3. I saw some of the deleted, well, I saw some of the stuff they had planned for TASM 3, I think, on the channel. I think it was Warping Fist. I think I was watching Warping Fist. They actually had a whole bunch of stuff they were going to do with TASM 3. I think in TASM 3, some of the stuff involved resurrecting Gwen and her dad. Basically bringing everybody back from the dead. But, like, I felt like that would have been interesting, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff they could have done with TASM 2. Colin is a fan of the game, but why does his videos have to be long? Well, the thing is with Colin, Stress, I don't really talk to Colin. I just watch his videos. Sometimes just watch his videos, and that's all I do. But, like, because it's like, okay, so with Colin have his videos so long, he likes to go into detail, and he likes to like the story beats going by plot armor, basically going through everything, going through plot, basically going through everything that a piece of media has to have. Did Peter move on, MJ? I mean, yeah, that is true. Like, to me, like, with Marvel Spider-Man 3, the best way to remove the MJ missions, get MJ pregnant. Have Peter let Peter have a kid. Let Peter have a kid. That would nullify it. That would pretty much get rid of the MJ missions, give him stuff you want, which is just purely a Spider-Man game. That's what I always think. Heck, I'm even gonna say this right now. Heck, they could even give Peter Parker Industries. Whenever we hear MJ's pregnant at DLC, that would be crazy, actually. We go on missions. Why is she while she's pregnant? I don't think so. Season 3 was originally gonna have to do Clone Saga. I don't know how they would do Clone Saga though, or who the villain was gonna be. Because, like, what? Actually, no. Actually, wait. Yeah, it was supposed to be Venom because they did Lizard, Goblin. They were gonna do Venom, but it got shut down. Because to me, with the whole entire, we need to start covering GTA 6. I don't know. I've been watching everything for GTA 6 though. I don't know if I really will scratch that. I know like a lot about GTA 6 right now, but like my limit for Rockstar is probably Red Dead, probably GTA 4. And they would probably have Octavius. Peter would be the primary antagonist and fight Green Goblin. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, Harry did become leader. I think at some point in the leaks they did say that Green Goblin was gonna lead the Sinister Six. Where you play, I bet $100 is gonna be where is gonna be Mr. Guy plays Fred and MJ. I don't think there is. Hey, if you ask me, I think the best way to get rid of the MJ missions is by making her pregnant. Some people want her killed. So I'm like, you know how that would work. Peter would quit being Spider-Man, and Miles would be fighting Green Goblin by himself. I don't think anybody well, scratch that. I low-key really want to see that because that has happened before. But low-key, I don't see how that would work in the story. That would be Peter, that would be character regressing. That would be character regressing if they did that. Miles would fight Hobgoblin. I mean, yeah. Comic Con where they show the Sinister Six, like like the dark, like when they all grab Peter. When they all grab Peter, they had the light where it is. Instead, Peter saying Dr. Octavius. He said you. Exactly. They changed it because like they wanted to keep it a mystery. But like, if we're really gonna go for Marvel Spider-Man 3, I think the best way to do the ending for Spider-Man 3, at least in my opinion, though, have, and I know this is risky, but like have the Green Goblin fight in the middle of the city, and Peter's mask is off. At least that's what I think. That's what I think the fight's gonna be. But I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. It's been nice, talking about the nerfs. I don't understand why we don't have a. We might end up getting that in the next game. I want Andrew's homemade suit in the next game. But I'm gonna go ahead and get on out of here, chat. It's been nice chilling with y'all tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. I'll see you guys later.